This is the story of two friends, Anik and Rashed. They worked in the same office, earned the same salary, and shared the same dream. 5 years ago, they both decided to achieve a major milestone in life, buying their own homes. They purchased two identical apartments in a quiet, upscale neighborhood. Both of them took out a 30-year mortgage from the bank at a fixed interest rate of 4%. On the surface, their situations were identical, but their mindsets, they were worlds apart. Anik was driven by emotion. He grew up believing that debt is a noose around your neck. The moment he held the keys to his new apartment, he made a solemn vow. He decided he wouldn't wait 30 years. He wanted to pay off the bank in just 10. Anik's life became a mission. Every month he cut corners. No vacations, no fancy dinners, no new gadgets. Every single extra penny he earned went straight into making extra principal payments to the bank. He would often tell Rashed, "Why are you keeping the debt? Doesn't paying that interest bother you? I want to sleep peacefully, knowing this house is 100% mine." Rashed, on the other hand, was a man of logic, not emotion. He paid his monthly mortgage on time, but not a penny more. Instead of burying his extra cash into the walls of his house, he invested it. He put his money into index funds and the stock market, earning an average return of 8 to 10%. Rashed tried to explain it to Anik. "Look, Anik, it's simple math. It's called arbitrage. The bank lends me money at 4% and I invest my own money to earn 10%. I am keeping the difference. Besides, if I lock all my cash into the house, how will I get it out if I face an emergency?" But Anik wouldn't listen. To him, the peace of mind of being debt-free was worth more than any math. 5 years passed. Anik had worked himself to the bone. He had successfully paid off 90% of his mortgage. He had almost zero savings in his bank account because every dollar was trapped in the equity of his home. But he felt proud. He was nearly free. Rashed still had a huge mortgage balance, but in his separate brokerage account, his freedom fund, he had accumulated a significant amount of liquid cash that had grown over time. Then life happened. The economy crashed, a recession hit the country, and in a cruel twist of fate, both Anik and Rashed lost their jobs on the very same day. Misfortune rarely comes alone. A month after losing his job, Anik's wife fell critically ill. The hospital demanded an immediate payment of $10,000 for surgery. Anik panicked. He checked his pockets, empty. He checked his savings account, empty. All his wealth was sitting in the bricks and concrete of his apartment. He was house rich, but cash poor. Desperate, Anik ran to the bank. He sat in front of the manager and pleaded, "Sir, look at my record. I have paid off 90% of my home loan. I have massive equity in my house. Please give me a loan or a home equity line of credit." The manager looked at him sympathetically, but shook his head. "I'm sorry, sir. You have equity, yes, but to approve a new loan, we need to see proof of income. You don't have a job right now. You are a risk. We cannot give you access to that equity." Anik was devastated. He was trapped in a liquidity crisis. He owned a fortune in real estate, but he couldn't use it to save his wife. Meanwhile, Rashed was prom. He had also lost his job, but he wasn't desperate. He simply logged into his brokerage account, sold some shares, and transferred the cash to his bank instantly. Hearing of Anik's trouble, Rashed rushed to the hospital and paid the bill for his friend. Later, sitting in the hospital waiting room, a tearful Anik looked at Rashed. "I thought paying off the house was the ultimate safety. I thought debt was the enemy. But today I realized debt isn't the risk. Being broke is the risk." Rashed smiled gently. "Cash is king, my friend. You bought a paid-off roof over your head, but you locked away your freedom. I kept the debt, but I kept my cash. And that cash is what saved us today." That day, Anik learned a painful but valuable lesson. True financial freedom isn't about having a paid-off house, it's about having access to your money when you need it most. Don't bury your treasure in the walls. Keep the key to your own cage. Give the video a like and subscribe.